Happy day after April Fool's Day. Isn't this funny? I got a mustache. I don't have any coffee in this cup. I just thought it was hilarious. So, did any of you get any April Fool's Day's jokes played on you? I really, really don't like them. I think it's fun to do silly things like this. But I don't like April Fool's Day jokes where you hurt someone or you mess up their clothing or hair or embarrass them in public. I don't really like those kinds of April Fool's Day jokes. I've got something really funny we're going to do today. Well, I think it's funny. So, anyway, it's April. Welcome to Coffee and Crochet with Sarah. I'm so glad you're all here today. I can see a bunch of you already clinking in. Good morning, Michelle and Heather, Alicia, Dawn, and another Dawn, Melissa, Dana, Samantha. Let's see, Karen, Caitlin, Jennifer, Michelle, Carol, Dawn again. Does it embarrass you that I say your names like that? Because I think it's fun. Because what happens with me is I love to see people that come back and watch my videos and see your names pop up. But I also, and names that I recognize, but I also love seeing new names as well. And I was telling my husband last night, we were talking about, we're always brainstorming things to do for crochet patterns and yarns and giveaways and live video stuff and everything. We were brainstorming all of this, and I told him, I said, when I started this, I've been doing this about 2 years on YouTube. We officially started a year ago. The first year was just kind of playing around, seeing what needed to be done and learning, of course. But anyway, when we started this about a year ago, a lot of the names are the same that have kept coming back, and that does my heart good. But I also love seeing all those new names as well. So if you're tuning in on the Facebook page, this is Sarah Sach. Welcome to Coffee and Crochet with Sarah. And you can see this every Tuesday. Well, not the same video. A new live video. Every Tuesday we try to do a live video, 9:30 a.m. Mountain Time on the Posh Pooch Designs Facebook page. All right, I see a few more of you have clinked in. There's Sharon and Beth. Let me pop my glasses on. Whew. So I can see. There you are. Kelly, Marlene, Esther, Teresa, Mary, Susie, Dawn, Crystal, Tracy, Amanda, Tina, Amberly. Is it Amberly? I have a friend who has a daughter named Amberly. She's a dancer. She does a great job. Okay, so are we all ready to clink in? Is that not the most hilarious thing? You'll notice I'm holding it down. That means I have no coffee in this cup. I've got my coffee in my other cup because I was afraid I'd spill it all over myself, and that would not be a very good April Fool's Day joke. All right. Did anybody get anything played on them? Any funny April Fool's Day jokes? I see Grace and Kimberly and Chrissy. Let's see. Make sure I got everybody. All right. Now, I want to tell you first off about our giveaway. I was so excited. I received these books from 2 different sources, but they're by the same author, and so I was really excited about this. All right. So these are the 2 books we're giving away this month. This is Tunisian Crochet by Kim Guzman. And this is your basic get-to-know ultimate beginner's guide. Lots of great pictures and techniques. And then this other one, this one came from Leisure Arts. And this one came from Annie's. Okay? And it's also by Kim Guzman. And this is all about Tunisian lace. And the neat thing about this one is it comes with, just turned around here, a DVD. So that's a lot of fun. And so we're giving away both of these books to one person, the beginner guide and learn to do the lace stitch. Now, If you've never heard of Kim Guzman, she is amazing. When it comes to Tunisian crochet, she is the expert. She's been doing Tunisian crochet probably longer than a lot of us have ever known. She just knows her stuff. And she's a wonderful lady. And I've gotten to know her in one of my blogger groups. And she also has a YouTube channel. And you can find her. I'm going to put her links on the blog that I always write along with the live video, and so those links will be there. But I'm also going to put them. I'll post that blog like I always do underneath the video on Facebook and on YouTube. Okay, but her page is called Crochet Kim. She does knitting, she does crochet, and she is an expert on Tunisian crochet. And her YouTube channel is amazing. What I learned to crochet with her YouTube channels, Tunisian crochet, I mean, with her YouTube channels. And one of the things is her voice. She has a calm, relaxing voice. She takes her time and shows you everything about the stitch. And that's how, like I said, that's how I learned Tunisian crochet. So this is our giveaway for April. These two books by Kim Guzman. I want you to go to her Facebook page. There's two, I think it's Crochet by Kim or just Crochet Kim. I've got the links in on the blog, like I said. And the way you can win these two books is super simple. Like we always do. Just comment here on the Facebook page. And when I send it over to YouTube, comment there too. And we'll randomly draw one person from those comments to win these books. They're amazing books. One thing I want to do is I'm going to click down to my top camera here. And that's something I'm going to show you how to do. But I want you to see how big and bright these pictures are in here. All kinds of fun stuff to learn. And then this one, there's the DVD. Learn to do Tunisian lace stitches. Lots of patterns and techniques. These are great books. And I actually own a set of these as well and a couple other of her books. All right, so now that we're over there, I want to show you something that I did. My son's shop is on our property, and he came over, and he always uses our restroom our bathroom downstairs. And so I made one of these fake crochet toilet paper rolls. And the joke around my house is that, Mom, you crochet everything. And my grandkids call me Oma. Oma, you crochet everything. So I thought this was hilarious. I want to show you really easy how to make one of these. It's super fun. I've just got a pin holding this one. And all you need is to save one of your toilet paper rolls, right? All right, and then let me make sure I get these stitch counts right so it fits. Now, some toilet paper rolls are longer. This one is just the average one, and you can adjust that if you need to. And so what I did is I just chained 12 chains. Here's my slip knot. There we go. And I'm going to pull some of this yarn over here. There we go. And I just, wrong tail, there we go. I just chained 12 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. 11, 12. And I'm using just regular old Red Heart Super Saver white yarn. I'm using an H hook that's a 5.00 millimeter crochet hook. So you just need some yarn of any kind. You need a needle to weave those ends in and sew it together, and your hook and a toilet paper roll. All right, so then what I did is I just started, I did one row of single crochet in each of the chains across. And because we chained 12, you're going to have 11 single crochets because we started in the second chain from the hook. Please excuse my sniffing today. Our weather has gone from freezing cold storms to warm and rainy, and my sinuses don't like it. I took a sinus pill. I hope I don't sniff too much, but I thought I'd let you know that since I am sniffing a little. All right, so we did a row of single crochets. Then we're going to chain 3. And then we'll chain 3 counts as a first double crochet. We'll start stitching in that next stitch, and we'll just start stitching rows of double crochet. Your chain 3 is going to count as your first stitch, and so then you're going to stitch 9 more double crochets, and we'll do this on every row. We'll stitch 1 double crochet in each double crochet across. There we go. Chain 3 and turn. So let me go ahead and finish this row real fast. I got a lot of things I want to show you, so I don't want to take too much time doing this, but I also want to show you how to do this. This is a great gag gift. If you ever do those, they're called, I think, Dirty Santa parties, or where you exchange the gifts, you never know what you're going to get. I've done these, and then I'll tuck like a $5 or $10 bill inside the paper roll. So they think they're getting something silly, but they're getting some cash too. So just for fun. All right, so chain 3, turn, and repeat. And you'll repeat this for 16 rows. And here I've got one that's already completed, the one that I showed you earlier. And when you tie off your last row, leave yourself a good amount of yarn, because we're going to use this to attach it to the roll. And something that I do, I probably always leave way too much yarn when I'm going to sew something, but I'd rather have too much yarn than not enough. I can always cut it off, but if I have to add more, that's annoying to me. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to put our roll on here, and I wanted my roll just to be a little bit smaller because I wanted it to be a good joke, and see that it is actually on a paper roll, and I wanted it to hang right on the roller in my bathroom. All right, so then you just take this like this, and you just stitch whip stitches. And a whip stitch, you're just going to go like this. And you don't have to stitch a bunch of stitches, because this is just a gag gift. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just for fun. Just make sure it lines up. My son comes in, he goes in the bathroom, and he comes out and he says, "Really, Mom?" All right, we'll put a couple stitches in the end here to weave that in, just so it doesn't come undone. Pull that. Well, I got me a little knot there. Oh, it's in the yarn. Okay, well, we'll do it this way. All right, I'll take a few minutes and weave that piece in later, but I wanted to show you. And what I do is I flip this back this way. All right, so now you've got this on here, and I usually I'll put this on the roll of my toilet paper. In the bathroom on the toilet paper holder, and I'll also set a regular TP roll up on the counter, and that way someone may go in there and sit down, and they'll yank on this and go, "Oh man!" And it's just a silly gag gift. And then what I'll do is, if I'm going to give it as a gift, I'll there we go. I'll tuck in some cash in here. And then I'll take this and just, so it can be an April Fool's thing, or it can just be a silly gag gift. I just thought it was fun. I wanted to show it to you today, because everyone's out there doing all those, April Fool's jokes yesterday. And I just, like I said, I don't like them when they like ruin your clothes or your hair or embarrass somebody. I really don't like that. If someone like throws water in your face, or, splashes something on your clothes or in your hair, or even scares you. I don't like those kind, but I super love the silly ones like this. That's what I get for putting a roll of crochet toilet paper in the bathroom. He's like, "Mom, what cup are you going to use tomorrow in your live video?" What? Just so you know, my son's in his 30s, okay? He's married. He has a 6-year-old granddaughter, or 6-year-old daughter. That's my granddaughter. Just so you know how silly our family is. And then he draws me a mustache and a face for my video. All right, if you haven't clinked in yet, you'll notice I don't have coffee in this one, like I said, but let's clink in anyway. All right, let's get in and let me show you what's happening this week at Posh Pooch Designs. Super fun stuff and lots of fun stuff. All right, now we began our April, spring crochet along, and we're making a mama chick. And we did step 1 yesterday, and I posted step 2. I actually posted it last night because I didn't know. Sometimes on Tuesday mornings, it depends on how my dogs are doing. I wanted to make sure I got it out there because if I have to have issues with Maximo and his eating and stuff, it takes me a little longer in the mornings. Because, you know, Maximo, he's my old guy, my old puppy. And so I posted step 2 last night. So step 1 and step 2, which will bring you all the way up to here, are completed. Step 1 was the introduction, and we began with this blue stripe. And then step 2, we just continued on up, and we did the tail feathers. And today, or tomorrow, we're going to come across and begin doing the head. And then on Friday, Thursday, we'll finish everything up. And then on Friday, we'll make the beak and the eye and stitch it up. And I'll show you how to make that pillow form that goes inside. All right. Now, that's our spring crochet along. But remember, this pattern is a free pattern. It's on my blog. And the videos for this will always be in YouTube. So if you don't have time to make it right now or even this year, they'll always be there, and you can go in. The pattern's always free. You can go in and get the pattern off my blog, and you can always make this chick whenever you want to. Now, I had a question. I wanted to answer that also. We did the baby chicks. Let me grab a couple of these. You can make them where you can put an Easter egg or candy inside. And the cream eggs, the Cadbury cream eggs, fit perfect in these, okay? And then I also showed you how to make a little stuffing. Lost my egg. Anyways, how to make the little stuffing if you want to sew it up so that it can be a play toy or to put as a decoration or in a Easter basket. And so I had a question, can Easter chicks be put inside the mama? And yes, they can. And I have done them that way where you make the pillow form, you only stuff the top part of the chick, and then you can put the rest of the chicks inside and leave the bottom open, and it's a place because it's a plaything, right? And you can do that by making the pillow form, and I'll explain that more as we go through the crochet along. But I wanted to answer that question real quick. Yes, you can. And I'll show you how as we get farther on in that crochet along. All right, now something else I wanted to show you. Last week, this has been about a week and a half, we did the Easter egg pot holder washcloth. You can make it out of acrylic, you can make it out of cotton, just depending on what you're going to use it for. Well, someone said, can I make it into a stuffy? How do I do that? So on the video and on the blog, you can make these, like I said, into a tulip or a carrot. Okay, this is a free pattern on the blog, and all I did is after I completed 2 of them, I put them together, I single crocheted around the edge, I made that pillow form, slid it up inside, and then closed it up. Now I've got a little Easter egg stuffy. These are great for decorations. Kids love them. We like to play, my granddaughter and I like to play hide the eggs. And so I like to get these big ones and hide them as well. And I've got another one behind me. I don't know if you can see it back there. Let's see. See the pink one? Yep, I did the pink one and the yellow one also. Because we like to play games, we like to stay active, and so especially if you're going to hide those outside, I like them to be big so we can find them. So that is something, we didn't do that this week, but I wanted to show you what you can do. One of the things I love about crochet is it's so versatile. You can take a pattern like this, and it can be a washcloth, it can be a pot holder, a hot pad, it can be a doily, put a bowl of candy on it, a candle, anything you want it to be, make 2 and stuff it. It's very versatile. And I don't know if you watched the video yet, but it was really neat. What happened is, how I discovered this, we've all probably done the tulip pattern. You make the V-stitch and then you put your bobble stitch inside the V-stitch and it looks like tulips, right? Well, I was talking to my husband, not paying attention, and I did a row of the V-stitches. Or I'm sorry, the bobble stitches. And I said, I wonder if that looks like carrots. So then I did the V-stitch on top of the bobble, and it looks like a little fat carrot. And I just thought that was fun. And that's another reason I love crochet. You can make neat things with your mistakes. And I thought, I've got to show that when I do the video because it's super fun. And now you have 2 versions. You can make tulips or carrots. And they're fun. All right, now the other thing we did this week, let me grab a real quick drink of my coffee. I'm getting dry. When you have allergies and you start running and everything starts running, then you take your allergy pill and everything dries up on you. Okay? That's what's going on. All right, so we did this bunny pillow this week. It's a floppy-eared bunny pillow. The flowers. Well, I'll have to tell you, this is made out of that new velvet yarn. I'm going to hold it up real close so you can see the velvet. Isn't that beautiful? Here's the back of it. It's all velvety and soft and squishy. And this one has a pillow form inside. And that the thing about making the pillow forms, and I show you on this video how I make a pillow form for my stuffies and softies, is super easy. But I posted it. I love this bunny. It's gotten some really good reviews too. I mean, it's just a simple little bunny with flowers, and you can do the eyes any color you want. And it's all done out of chunky yarn, so it whips up really fast. Well, somebody posted it looked like a hamburger. And I had not even thought about that because I wanted a warm, soft, and this beige, it's called beige taupe. I keep saying taupe, but it's taupe. And it has undertones of a little bit of violet in it. And so I never even thought that it would look like a hamburger. It never even came to me. And this woman posted, this nice lady, I don't mean woman, I mean nice lady. She posted, it looks like a hamburger. My daughter calls it a bunny burger. And I laughed so hard. And I told my husband, I said, at first it kind of hurt my feelings because it's not a hamburger, it's a bunny. And then I got to laughing so hard. And I should have changed its name to Bunny Burger. I think it's hilarious. So anyway, I love that people have creativity and come up with these things. And actually, she said it was her daughter, I think she said, that thought it looked like a hamburger. Because it is brown, it's round. Just need to slap a piece of cheese on it. But anyway, these are super fun to make. They're only about like 10, 11 inches across. So they're not huge. And I've got the other one that I made, and I'm going to use these for decoration for Easter. Because I like to set stuff around. I like to, just be festive and fun. And of course, Easter, people normally think Easter is about pastels. And I like pastels, but I also love bright colors. So anyway, whoo, that's a lot of stuff going on this week, isn't it? All right, so I'm going to look through here real quick, see if we can have any questions. Let's see. Let's see. Just looking for questions. Uh-oh, Rita says she broke her finger. Oh no. That's terrible when you're a crafter and a crocheter. People don't realize that. Let's see. Let's see. Deborah says, finally caught you live. Hello, Deborah. Glad you caught us live. It's fun to watch it on YouTube, but it's so much fun to be live because I'm looking at your comments. Jennifer says she loves bunnies. Let's see. Let's see. Betsy the Burger Bunny. I love it. I absolutely love it. That's her new name now, Kimberly. Betsy the Burger Bunny. It's so funny with people's imagination, especially children. I've learned with my granddaughter, she's very abstract. And I'll look at something and I won't see it. She's also very literal, which is interesting. And I won't see what she sees. And she'll say, look, there's a triangle. Or look at that beautiful flower. And I didn't see it. She sees it. And it's kind of fun seeing that kind of thing, the way she is very interesting. And kids have that imagination that some of us, as we've gotten a little older, kind of lost our imagination. And I think crochet, Max is snoring. Please ignore that. Oh, you heard me. Oh, he's so funny. I love my puppies. I have to tell you, I love my puppies. But boy, do they snore. Alrighty. Well, I think we've talked about everything. I don't see any new questions. And something I've got this week, of course, we're concentrating on our crochet along. And then next week, we've got a couple of things, and we're going to try to do some more things that aren't just Easter, that are spring, but not just Easter. Once we get past this week, with our crochet along. And I've got a lot of fun things planned. We're already Sometimes I get requests that come in. I'm going to go and take these off. I wanted to clarify some things. A lot of times I get requests that come in, can you do a video on this or can you do a video on that? And there's two things about that. Number one, I don't ever do other people's videos. Okay, if someone else has written a pattern, in my own opinion, it's unethical to do another person's pattern, do it in a video without permission. And I have done some with permissions. My daughter, sometimes I've done a couple of hers. But the truth is, I have so much stuff and so many patterns that I've written through the years that I'm going to be updating and putting out there, as well as some of the videos that we're doing some redos on. The second thing is, when we plan out what videos we're going to do, what patterns we're going to write, a lot of it has to do with some of the yarns that are sent in and some of the new yarns that I receive. You know, like this bunny. You know, I didn't get to choose what color. They just sent it to me. Okay, so when we're planning that stuff out, I'll get it, and it usually takes 3 to 4 months for the process of designing a pattern in my brain, you know, designing it in your hands, writing it out, testing it, editing videos, editing pictures, re-editing, re-videos, because I make mistakes, you know. And so it's a really long process. And even if it's something really small, you know, for instance, these baby chicks, it probably takes a good week and a half to 2 weeks to write a pattern, get it tested. And it depends on how quickly they get back to you, of course, you know, and all of those things, including deciding which yarns you want to use for which thing. And so if you request a pattern, I do try to fit some things in, especially if it's one I've already written. You know, kind of like the cross square is a pattern I wrote many years ago. And so I already had the pattern written, and it had been pre-tested, and then we retested. But anyway, what I'm trying to say in all this is, please don't be upset if I can't do that particular pattern that you're asking for. And especially if it belongs to somebody else. And this is what I recommend. If you're wanting a specific pattern, say you want to make a toilet paper roll, you know, and you go to Pinterest or Ravelry.com or Etsy or any place that sells patterns, and you see it. The first thing I would suggest is, usually pictures have a website on it. Like all of my pictures say www.poshpoochdesigns.com. Okay, go to their website. Most designers have a contact button, and ask that designer, do you have a video for this if you're looking for a video? Or if you're looking for a written pattern, ask about, do you have a written pattern for this? And they can tell you if they do. Okay, I get lots of requests for patterns that already have a written pattern or already have a video out there. And even if maybe you don't know that, I try to let you know, oh, well, you can find it here or you can find it there. And another reason for that is that I am very involved in my designer crochet community. I love my designer friends, my crochet designer and knit designer friends, and we help each other out. That's why you'll find in our group, the PPD Puppy Love Crochet group on Facebook, you're welcome to come and join. You'll find that every morning I do what's called a free pattern link blast. And sometimes people tell me a theme, sometimes I'll just give you a theme. And what I'm doing there is posting other pattern designers' free patterns just for you to see. Sometimes they may be on redheart.com, they might be on lionbrand.com, or they might just be on a blog of a friend. And so saying all this to say this, if there's a pattern that you're looking for, do a little homework, contact that designer first, and see if they have what you're looking for. Because there are a lot of designers out there doing patterns nowadays. Also, you can go and search on YouTube to see if that pattern has a video. And another thing to remember, One person may call it one thing and another person may call it another. For instance, is this a hot pad or a pot holder? Maybe a washcloth. So try a couple of different words. The first place I always look, if I'm looking for a pattern that I want to make that isn't mine, that I just want to make, because a lot of times I will make another designer's pattern and then I'll talk about it and give them a boost. Okay, link it to them. They may have called it a washcloth, but I called it a pot holder. Well, I couldn't find it. And so what I do is I go to Ravelry.com. To me, that's the best place to go when you're looking for a particular pattern. And I see these all the time, people saying, I'm looking for, I don't know, chunky hats. Spam me your patterns. Well, if they would just go to Ravelry.com and put in chunky hats, 300,000 of them come up. And then you can narrow it down. Chunky red hats or chunky cable hats. And so there's a lot of really good resources out there for you to find the things that you're looking for. But the bottom line is, I do not do other people's patterns into videos. I find it unethical. There have been some people that have done mine and without asking, and I found them later, and there's nothing I can really do about that other than ask them not to. Okay? But I'm not going to do it. Okay? And I have tons of patterns in the works, tons of patterns I wrote years ago that we're updating. And so I think we've got a lot of good, a variety of things, shawls, ponchos, hats, and fun stuff, and stuff for the pooches. And I do have a new bandana for the pooches that's coming out, and I'm going to make it versatile. I like to do them versatile so you can take this one pattern and make several things out of it. And we're going to make it versatile so you can make it a chick or a bunny. And so you can, if you got 2 dogs, you can have one of each. Or whatever you want to do with it. But anyway, I wanted to answer that question. I hope I answered it clearly. And always remember, if you ever have a question for me, your best bet, I get thousands of comments between YouTube, blog, email, and a lot of other places. And so your best bet at Ravelry, Etsy. And so your best bet, if you want to, if you have a question for me, go to my webpage, which is www.poshpoochdesigns.com. And up on the corner, it says contact. Just click that contact and it'll shoot you right to my email, and you can ask me any question that you may have. And if I don't have an answer, I will try to get you an answer, because I don't know everything. Matter of fact, I don't hardly know anything. So anyway, that's all I've got for you today. Keep crocheting.